Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the second video of Thursday. We're going to be doing a Paragon Gauntlet guide based video. Yes, I might be a little bit delayed with kind of getting this out, but look, I have some time I booked off today, so today I'm on holiday, so that's good, not at work, so I get to kind of concentrate on the YouTube channel and catch up with stuff that I haven't done or need to do. Loads of guides, loads of write-ups, loads of information, more energy, more passion, more footwork, all that stuff. So look, Paragon Gauntlet 100%ed. We're going to go over some of the champions that I use. Some I found like very effective, some I've tested out, some you have tested out. Put in the comment section which ones you used. Did you use any of the ones that are going to be listed in this video? I'll go and check out the guide in the link in the description, because there's some really kind of effective counters. Look, in a nutshell, if you haven't done this just yet, it is you repeating what was given out as bosses in the event quest, which we did a little bit of a guide for. But of course, you've got important changes of team configurations. Possibly not. Just use Hercules. No, I don't want to make that this video, but essentially that is going to be it. But there are other options. You know, I'm not going to be making this about one specific champion, although that particular champion did get me out of the poo-poo this time. So look, let's get to the crux of the video, the important stuff, and let's begin with talking about each individual champion and also showing some footage on screen. That's what we do as well. So there's a little bit of kind of guide, a little bit of footage, and a little bit of infographic. So first of all, the first champion is going to be your Platinum Pool, and I said a different champion then. Platinum Pool, Hard Knock Life, Ancient Overclock Wrath, Tech, or Mystic. To be honest, I've seen most people using Tech for this, or building your Hercules. Unhealthy interactions, personal space regeneration, hill block based champions, way to go. One that's really stand out, and I don't want to make it about like old champions, like some new champion. Well, new champion is Lady Deathstrike. I do have Lady Deathstrike, but I don't have her ranked up to a degree where I'm kind of like about to use her. That's why, you know, there are some like other great options. You may want to start building your Hercules, but at the same time, you may be like, okay, well, a Mega Sentinel worked for me. Warlock, I seem pretty effective. Lady Deathstrike, any tech champion really could be effective. You may even want to use a Mystic. It's going to be down to you at the end of the day with your personal preference, right? Moving on to your next fight, and it is going to be Nimrodus. So Nimrod has offensive, speciality, arcane mastery, steady perseverance, calcify, opportunist. Look, up to you how you feel like you want to take this on. Again, same thing as is before. There are multiple options. I've got 4 that I can recommend to you. One that I've used, 2 I've used effective enough, and the other 2 I've seen from great suggestions from this community, so that's kind of like, you know, a massive positive. So my particular champion of choice for this was Dr. Doom. However is the thing for this, I thought let's chance and build up, because I didn't build my Hercules on Platinum Pool. I decided to use a Mega Sentinel just for ease, and look, as I've just brought in this video, Hercules can be used in this particular fight. I think a lot of champions can be used in this fight. I've seen Wiccan use effective. No, I used Wiccan before, and that was really good. I've seen people use Hulkling and Gallon effectively, and of course Dr. Doom is another key option that you could use. It's shock immune, and as well could deal with some situations of, you know, nullifying that could be relatively helpful, which has kind of like worked in the past for me, and I think as well many other players as well. We're going to move on now and talk about the choice node bit. So there is the choice node bit of changing. Now, at that particular point, I made the decision to change out a Mega Sentinel and bring in Falcon. Falcon could be very effective and helpful enough, depending on how you look at it. Now, auto block is annoying, so you could look to, and as I've put in the guide here, there are some kind of Mystic-based champion counters, and of course you're going to see footage of me doing the Doom cheese, of course, but I've used Wiccan before and that was effective. Saw someone use Longshot and that's amazing as well. But as well, what you could do is consider using Falcon for a good chunk of the fights, especially being an auto block counter, and as well don't write off the fact that you could be building as well with Hercules, who has auto block countering. Not saying you should or shouldn't, but number one, Falcon will be able to help out for some other fights and his auto block counter, and also Hercules has it on that SP1 with True Sense. So look, pick your poison effectively with how you want to take this on. I should stop saying pick your poison, because it's like basically like it's like pick your candy bar. It's all going to work and it's all going to be tasty, but it's which one's going to be, or piece of fruit. You know, we're inclined with this 2023 modern day thing where it's like, wow, you got to be healthy. No, I want a piece of chocolate. That's my two things at Christmas time. I break my diet. I'm having red wine and chocolate. I'm like, that's my kind of thing. And then the rest of the year, it's just a case of like just being good to yourself, good to your body. Oh, I want those things at Christmas time. Any case, right? Look, choice node switch. You know, going on to Medusa. I mean, we mentioned Medusa on this one. Doom slap all the way, my friends. Doom slap it all the way. It's the new thing. It's super effective and fun. Just doom slapping all the way there to the bank. Then you're moving on to a Mega Sentinel. Now, the thing with the Mega Sentinel, and I would point out, is that for me, I felt the champion was holding on to special attacks, and that was not good. The AI has been a bit screwy with that. I don't know if it's just this fight. I don't know if it's just Paragon difficult. I didn't get any kind of issues when I faced off against the champion in the event quest. Have you found that issue? Put it in the comment section, because look, some weird things do be happening. Against this, you can use a plethora of champions. I would say champions that counter evade base abilities for Mixed Master could be key. This is why I've recommended, you know, the usage of Falcon. But if you can rotate effectively enough, you can find yourself using Hercules to build. And that's the thing. Like, Hercules is able to like help out and get out of like a bad situation. But as I said, I did find I was just getting special attacks weren't being thrown at me, or they'd be hit into block counter by special. Weird stuff. I mean, it's in the game and elsewhere, the AI seems to be a bit weird and janky, and I've seen a few people talk about that, so I don't know. Anyway, look, Gallon, someone used, effective. Auto block counters. Is it True Sense? No, it's not True Sense, because that's missing auto block. Auto block and evade. Is that True Strike? Yeah, or True Strike champions. I would say kind of like stretch that out to True Strike. By the time I get this out of the spreadsheet, I'm going to probably try and find a True Strike based kind of like image there. Evade and auto block. No, it's True Accuracy, isn't it? Or is it both? True Sense and True Accuracy and True Strike. So actually you could do Mole Man for this as well. Mole Man could do this particular fight. So I'll put a little image of Mole Man in there and maybe put a True Strike or a True Accuracy kind of like emblem with it. Yes, in any case, get to the point, Rich. Come on, we've got to get the video out in a snappy way. Choice node, again, down to personal preference of shifting this. Who you're going to pick. You know, tons of options. Especially because you've got to do Quicksilver and Onslaught there. So thinking about evade-based counters, champions that are able to bypass Whiplash. My personal favourite for this is Falcon, and this is why then it was a bit of a tough decision to go, okay, well, I don't need Falcon any further. So I swapped out my Falcon and then went for Archangel as the option, because I did plan to kind of like experiment with Archangel. I saw some people use Archangel against Onslaught, and I was a bit unsure about that, and yeah, just not really my vibe when it came to it. But there are plenty of options to take against Quicksilver, whether or not you go down the route of having, yeah, Archangel, Falcon, Nick Fury, Baron Zemo I saw used effectively. I even saw somebody use Hercules, but Hercules is going to like literally demolish through this. I tried not to kind of like be this as the main thing for the guide, but you know, look, people are interested of what to use. People have got Hercules. A lot of people have Hercules, and it kind of bends into building up those strengths and also making sure that you're able to do a lot of damage going to the final boss. But Archangel was my guy for this and helped out a lot. So, final fight. Now, there are a lot of options to take against Onslaught because, you know, you never really know what's going to happen with it. And, look, again, personal preference as to what you're interested in using, but there are loads of options. I've seen people with Heal or Hide. I do like to keep my distance with it and kind of build up on that that healing element to it. Missed Opportunity, I think there's a lot of champions that play into that to help out with the resistances, whether or not it's going to be, you're going to see Hulkling, by the way, is a really good option for this particular fight, especially for sustainability and survivability. I'm not sure I'd want to take my King Groot in against this, but it was definitely cool to see that. And the same thing when it comes to Hercules, that immortality is becoming that sustainability, survivability, and also it's your get out of jail free card if anything goes wrong. And I actually went into this fight with a very low health Hercules, and it just basically demolished it. And it's sad really, because I really was thinking about bringing in Havoc, because obviously the Havoc cheese, but I kind of felt like for this, you know, maybe I might even go back in and try some other champion options, but I kind of feel like I want to get this video done and dusted without having to revisit it again. But I've seen some great stuff from Silk. I've seen some great stuff from Magic as well doing this. People have used Lady Deathstrike, Absorbing Man, Future Ant-Man. So there's tons of options that players have taken in that kind of work relatively well. And it's down to you, you know, what's your team. My team, of course, was Doctor Doom, Hercules, and Omega Sentinel, with swap out choice node changes for Archangel coming in and also Falcon coming in and then going out again. And I kind of feel like that was a mistake doing Falcon. And you live and learn by these particular things of going, well, I only ended up using him for one fight and I could have used him for multiple fights. But again, that's just down to good planning and also finding the right kind of combinations of champions that works. I wish you good luck in your grind of this particular quest. Go and check out this particular spreadsheet guide, and I'll see you in the next one. Check out some other content located on screen, and I'm going to get back to work with writing more for the Banquet Event guide. Have a lovely day, everybody. Bye-bye.